Começar aqui no YouTube. Ok, so. Vou deixar isso aqui. Ok, so welcome to Melhore Seu Inglês. Bem-vindos ao Melhore Seu Inglês. Eu sou a professora Érika e hoje mais uma aula ao vivo com o meu aluno special guest, Pedro. Hi, Pedro.
Hi, Érika, everybody.
How are you doing today, Pedro?
Today I'm very good. I'm
Yes.
so proud. So I'm waiting for a good class and a good transmission. For
Yes, yeah, I'm sure it will be. Pedro, I always ask about the weekend. You like to go out and so on. Do you have any plans for this weekend?
Yes, today I have a barbecue because my cousin he's graduate in mine engineer, and today we have a barbecue too.
Oh, so you're going to celebrate that with him.
Celebrate it. Yes.
Awesome. Very good. Aqui no Instagram também acho que todo mundo já viu que é a aula, já começou. Very nice. Okay, so today I was thinking there are so many things we can do. One of the things we can do is review things we saw last class, which was on Wednesday, because I'm going to show your spreadsheet, Pedro. It's beautiful. I always tell you that, and I'm going to show this. I'm going to make it smaller, just everything. So this is Pedro's spreadsheet. It's amazing because it's, and I actually, no, there is more here. It's very complete. Pedro follows everything. He does everything I tell him to do. And during the class, we barely have time to go over everything, right, Pedro?
Yes.
You have to speak really fast to go over everything. Okay, so let's begin with grammar.
Okay.
You prepared the imperative. It was supposed to be for next class, but we're going to talk about it today, and next class we'll talk about it again.
Okay.
Repetition is good anyway. We're going to talk about these topics many other times in the future. So let's start talking about this right now.
Okay.
So it was the imperative. Tell me about it. What do you understand? What do you remember?
I understand that imperative is really basic, and we have to use this for orders and commands.
Yes.
And I think that's a little explain about it.
Yeah, what is the structure? How do we construct this? What do we do with the verb?
We use the verb on the basic form.
Yeah.
And with for example here in the verb get plus the in, there is a
get in. This is like a phrasal verb, right?
Yes,
This is a phrasal verb, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So exactly, it's the base form. It means there is no to. It's the infinitive, right?
Yes.
But it's the infinitive without to, the bare infinitive.
Yes.
It's super simple, right? So it's just the verb or the phrasal verb, whatever verb it is. What about the negative?
We use the auxiliary do with plus not.
Don't.
Mm-hmm.
Do we use doesn't?
No.
No, we don't. Yes. So it's
just
very, very straightforward, very simple. Don't,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Sometimes we just say don't. We don't even say the verb. Like,
Yes.
just don't.
Okay.
Meaning like, don't start, don't do this, don't go there, right? So like you said, it's used for commands and
Orders.
And commands like in instructions.
Okay. Yes.
There are two
Right.
places, two situations, two contexts I can think right now where this is very common.
Yes.
Recipe books, cookbooks, right? So, do you cook, Pedro?
No, I'm not good at it.
At cooking. Yeah, but when you read a recipe, what you have there are the instructions,
Yes.
the steps. So, break the eggs. Put the eggs into a bowl. Mix the eggs. I don't know. I can't cook either, so I'm just making up a recipe here. Add the sugar. Add the flour, etc. So these are instructions. It's like a manual. So manuals also have this kind of language, and it's very common.
We have to follow the instructions or
Yes.
in the recipe,
Yeah.
or we can do mistakes and it will not be good.
Yes, if we make mistakes, yeah, but you tried. It's important, right? You tried. So I was saying manuals too. So in your job, for example, do you need to read manuals?
No,
No, you
exactly.
don't?
No.
Sometimes, for example, when you're studying English, you have to follow instructions.
Yes,
Right? So take the basic form, do this and that. Yeah. So instructions, orders, commands, etc.
Right.
It's simple. Is there anything else? This
No.
explanation is very short.
That's
So
it.
we have been using Lingolia as a reference. Is this the first time you see this, Pedro, or no?
Imperative?
Yeah,
no.
It's a review, yeah.
Yes.
And this is completely normal. We go back to the same topics many times, and the more you get back to them, the more you practice, the more you internalize, incorporate that knowledge. So let's take a look at the exercise. Did you put them in the document?
Yes, there's...
What's this? Oh, okay. So here it is. Yeah, so just read the first one.
Okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Come over here, please.
Uh-huh.
Close the door when you go outside.
Right.
Ask your teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Give me your phone number so that I can call you.
Yeah, just before you go on to the next exercise, I want you to turn these commands into negative commands. And sometimes you have to change the words a little bit to make sense. For example, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute, right? But how can you change this into a negative command?
Maybe don't wait.
Don't wait, exactly. So don't wait, or don't wait for me.
Yes.
You can go, don't wait for me. What about number 2?
Don't come over here.
Just
don't come over here.
Yes. So don't come over here. Don't do that. And number 3?
Don't close the door. Just.
Yeah. Don't close the door. Leave it open. 4.
Don't ask your teacher.
Don't ask your teacher. And number 5?
And don't give me your phone number.
Which is a weird command too.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's do the opposite. You're going to read the negative sentences and let's make them affirmative after.
Okay. Don't work so hard. Don't go there. Don't be so rude. Don't forget to tidy up your room. Don't smoke inside the building. Yeah,
so some of these commands will be weird when we turn them into an affirmative command. The first one, remember that you need to change some words, right? So the first one?
I think it could be work hard.
Yes? Perfect. Work hard. Work hard, do that. Number 2?
Go there.
Go there. 3?
Be rude.
Yeah, or be polite. We need to change. We need to use the opposite here, right? We can't ask a person to be rude.
Yes.
I can't think of a situation in which you have to ask the person to be rude. So let's just change the word. Be polite. Be polite.
Okay.
And number 4?
I could say tidying up your room.
Tidy up your room. Yeah, that's a command. And 5?
Okay. Smoke inside the building.
No, but here we can change also and use the opposite of inside.
Okay. Smoke outside the building.
There you go. Smoke outside the building. Right?
Okay.
So sometimes we use don't to make negatives, but at other times we can maybe change, get the opposite of a word. And then we make it, okay. Okay, so I saw that you also studied pronunciation. Before, I was thinking of going back to passive voice. Before we do that, let's take a look at, did you finish the pronunciation exercise?
Pronunciation?
Yeah.
No, I forgot to put the translation.
So we're not going to talk about it today. We'll talk about it next time. Okay. Okay, what about the magic E? We talked about it, or no?
No.
Did you do a research? Did you watch videos?
Yes, I watched it.
Okay, so tell me, what do you...
I think what I saw that the letter E can change many pronunciation, lots of words, change the pronunciation.
When we How does it change the word?
Because when we, for example, I forgot an example.
For example, I'm going to put here this word. Can you see below?
Yeah, just bit.
Yeah.
Bit.
So how does the letter E change this word?
When we plus the E, for example, at the end of the word, we change the. For example, we can use a long pronunciation, maybe plus. Maybe I could say increase the sound of the letter.
That's it. Yeah. Actually, to get the hang of the magic E, we need to know the names of the vowels. So vowels. Vowels. So let's review this, Pedro. I'm not going to say this. You're going to tell me the sounds. So the first one, the first
A. E.
Yes.
I.
Yes.
O.
There you go.
U.
Perfect. So these are the vowels. What happens is that in a word like this, bet.
Bet, yes.
The sound is
Yes.
And this is a short I sound, right?
Yes.
And when you add the E at the end of a word, it's like you said, the sound of this vowel changes to its name in the alphabet. So it will be this one here, I. Bit, bite. Do you know what they mean? Bit and bite?
Bit is like the
something.
To informatic, I could say.
It has to do with that, with technology too.
Yes.
But bit is something small.
Okay, like we could say a little bit.
A little bit, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Right.
And bite, what about bite?
Bite, I don't know, bite.
To bite is to use your teeth.
Teeth.
When you're eating an apple,
okay.
You bite the apple.
Okay.
Okay, so let's try to find a synonym for bite. I'm not going to put the translation here, thesaurus. So this is a site I tell students to use, the thesaurus, just to avoid, if you want to avoid Portuguese, put the word here. Let's see if there are any synonyms we can use here. I don't think nibble, maybe. É morder, né? Aqui não tem muito jeito, não. Vou colocar, não tem jeito. É morder. Ok? Or mordida. Pode ser mordida também.
Okay.
Very nice. So this is the magic E. And so let's think of other examples with other vowels. We use the vowel I here. What about A? For example, what about this word? How do we... Mad.
Mad.
And the other one with E is?
Made.
Made. Yeah. Now this one here. How do you
Pet.
think? Pet. This one?
Pete.
Pete. Right. And they have I and then O. This one?
Rod.
Rod. This one?
Road.
Perfect. And this one?
Hug.
Hug. This
Hug.
one?
Huge.
Perfect pronunciation. Perfect.
Okay.
Do you know all the words?
Mad is synonym to crazy.
It can be crazy. It can be angry. It can be angry too. Made is the past of?
Make.
Make. And then pet.
Pet's like a dog or a cat.
A dog or a cat that you keep at home.
Yes.
A bird. Pete is a name.
A name, yes.
Proper name. Then you have rod and road. What's rod? Do you know?
Rod. I saw this one on my work, my job. I saw this word. It's like a.
Is it like an antenna or something like that?
Haste.
Haste, exatamente.
Haste.
Let's get the images here. Yes, These are rods. Can you see?
I saw it's a lot at my job.
A lot, yeah.
Yes.
You're an engineer, right?
Yeah, right.
Here you can see a fishing rod. Or, I think there are other names, but I can't remember now. But these are rods. Rods. And I don't know if they have fishing rods. I don't know if there are other names for this. Pedro, só afasta um pouquinho o microfone pro lado, assim. Microfone. Isso aí.
Okay.
Shaft, cane, pin, stick. Stick, eu vou chamar de stick, ok? Synonym for rod. Stick. And what about road? Is the
Road,
past?
I don't know road.
Is the past of a verb. It's a irregular verb.
Rod, I forgot.
Road. For example, rode. I rode a horse yesterday.
Ah, okay, well, it's like a ride.
Ride. So this is a difficult verb. It's ride. Rode is a simple past. What about the past participle? Do you remember?
No, I don't know. Ridden.
Ridden. Yes.
Ah, okay.
Remember now?
I saw. Yeah.
Ride, rode, ridden. Hug. What's hug?
Hug. I don't remember.
It's an embrace, like this. Okay, when you're hugging. Abraçar.
Ah, okay.
And huge.
Enorme.
Yes. Massive, enormous, etc. Very nice. Okay, so here we have all the 5 vowels. Read all the words, the first words in English, please. All of them. Mad.
Pet.
Yeah, no, both.
Mad, made.
Yes.
Pet, beat.
Right.
Beat, bite. Rod, road. Hug, huge.
Right, that's it. Very good.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see now, what else? So let's go back to the spreadsheet and let's go, do you want to talk about the recent episodes or last classes?
Yes, I could talk about
these ones. You haven't written about them yet, right? But
yes.
So you listened to a circle round? Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay. But you listened to an All Ears English podcast.
Yes, All Ears English and
episode.
BBC Learn.
BBC Learning English, good. Let's start with All Ears English, episode 904. Come along with us and learn about some fun vocabulary today. What did they talk about in this episode?
Basically, they talk about some phrasal verbs with using the using along. And
okay.
they got some examples for to go along, to play along.
What does this word along usually mean?
Ao longo, could say?
Ao longo e também together, né?
Together. Okay.
Então, come along, porque a gente não fala come together.
Yes.
A gente pode falar come with me or come with us.
Right.
So it's an alternative for come with me, come with us, come along.
Okay.
Which is very, very common. So you can combine along with different verbs, right?
Yes, right.
Come, go. Actually, play along. Yes. Let's see here. What else did they mention? What does it mean? So, yeah, following, como você disse, né? Ao longo, following the length of something.
Okay.
So, read example here. A fence.
A fence runs along the river.
Yes. Runs along. It's interesting because fence é cerca, né? E a cerca, ela não corre como a gente corre, não tem pernas. Eu não sei se a gente usa o verbo correr para coisas inanimadas. A gente usa, né? Para coisas inanimadas.
Sim.
Inanimate things. But in English, it's possible to use run with something that is inanimate. A fence runs along the river.
Yes.
And accompanying someone, right?
Yes.
So read this example.
My sister just likes to come along when I go shopping.
Yes. To come together with me, to come with me, to come along. Nice.
That's right.
Very nice. Let's see what else. Here there is a question, a very long email with a question.
Yeah.
The chunks, it's the importance of learning the chunks, combinations of words. It's not that you can't. I've seen this, people saying, oh, don't learn isolate words, like just one word. Don't do that. But I don't think it's a good idea to think this way. I think it's a good idea to use all the strategies you can. So sometimes you have to learn just one word. Like, I don't know if I can think of a word right now.
Okay.
But, for example, today, the word today. Today, why do you need to connect it with other words? But there are chunks that are interesting to learn, right?
Yes, right.
Together. For example, come along, phrasal verbs and things like that. So chunks you should learn. Read these chunks here, please, Pedro.
Okay. To come along, to accompany someone.
Yeah. Make a sentence for me with come along.
Yeah, I like to come along with my mom when she goes to a party, maybe.
Yeah, there you go. I like to come along.
Yeah.
And move along.
Move along. To get moving, when you add along, it makes it sound like less of an order. For example, hey, why are you ladies stopped here? You are in the middle of the grocery store. Oh, we're just catching up. Could you move, please? Could you move along, please?
So these are two possibilities. Could you move? Could you move, please?
Okay.
Or could you move along, please?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Maybe move along is keep moving, don't
Keep
stop.
moving, don't stop. Also, it's less direct.
Yes.
This is a general rule. Of course, there are exceptions, but usually the more direct you are, there is a connection with urgency. There is a connection also with rudeness, impoliteness. So we tend to be more impolite when we are in a hurry, right? There is an emergency. We don't have time to use things like that. But if you have time, if you are relaxed in a normal situation, you have time to be polite. And then move along here makes the sentence the order, the command.
Yes.
Because this is imperative too.
Yes.
The imperative is move along.
Yes.
Actually, the essence is move. If you are in an emergency situation, if you don't have time, if there is something like you need to think fast, you say move, just move. This is the imperative, and it's of all the other ways to ask the same thing, it's the rudest, the most impolite.
This one, it's like you said, in a hurry.
In a hurry, yes, exactly.
And, instead of using excuse me, for example, in other situations.
In other situations, yes. So move is impolite. So we can see this in movies, in series where there is a huge group of people and they need to move fast and so on. There is something that is not very good happening.
Yes.
And then you have move along. Just by adding along, you make it a little bit more polite. Move along.
Yes.
But it's still a little rude. So you add could you move along?
Yes.
Could you move along? To make it even more polite, could you move along, please?
Yes.
So the more you add, this kind of words, you make the command more polite. We didn't talk about it when we talked about the imperative, but we can do that. We have the verb, but by adding these words, can you, could you, would you please, etc., we make it each time more polite. Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's see the other two parts here.
To go along with, to agree with someone and participate in a plan, often not a good idea. Something devious.
Something bad. Okay?
So, how did you end up in jail? My friend wanted to rob a bank, and I went along with it.
Yeah, I can't think.
Not so good.
Not so good. I can't think of a situation in Portuguese, a correspondent term in Portuguese for this. But to go along with something, so it's not something positive, it's something bad.
Yes, right.
And the other one?
To play along, to take part in a deception or practical joke. Hey, he thinks the party is really happening tonight. We should tell him it's not.
Yes.
No, just play along for a second. You'll be fun later.
Yeah, to play along is to play a trick on someone together with another person.
I could say in situation maybe to fun together, maybe have fun together. No.
It's different. You can say we are going to have fun together, but it doesn't mean to play along, because when you play here means to deceive someone,
Okay.
to enganar, né?
Okay.
So, in a practical joke, for example, the first, what day is Fool's Day? April 1st is April Fool's Day, right?
Yes.
Fool's Day. So, people here in Brazil, I don't know, in the United States, this is a little bit more common. They play practical jokes on each other, especially young people, teenagers, etc. So, to play along is, for example, you're telling. You're inventing a story and telling your mother a story. For example, I went to school today, but you didn't. You went to a friend's house and played video game there.
Okay.
And then your friend, you ask your friend, oh, just play along here. In this case, you're not playing it's not a practical joke, it's not a joke, but you're kind of deceiving your mother. This is not a good thing to do, definitely. But to play along is tell the same story I told her, right? And which is not good. So it's also a little bit negative, I think, here in the context that I gave. Okay?
Right.
And that's the takeaway, along. Yeah, the main idea is that along is like together, like you said. Any questions here? Anything you want to add? No?
That's okay.
Okay, what about BBC?
BBC.
BBC 6-minute English. So this is a very good site to tell students to use because it's 6 minutes, so there is an audio, a recording, and a transcript below with a list of words, and you can follow all those steps, right, Pedro? What are the steps? What are the steps? You listen first?
Yes, I listen.
And then?
I try to shadow.
Yeah, you take notes, right?
I take notes, yes.
On your notebook or on your cell phone, I don't know. Then you read the text.
Yes.
You do the shadowing.
Yes, and I have to make a text, to write a text.
You write a text too? I'm going to show some.
And speaking on make a video and upload to Instagram.
Yes, these are examples of texts. Very nice. So this one is swimming like a mermaid.
Yeah, mermaid is sereia, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
There you go.
But basically they talk about their exercise of swimming, for example.
Ah, okay.
They said it's good for our hearts, good for the breath. Yeah, they said the swimming like a mermaid. It's lots of kids doing that, but adults is starting to doing that.
I think there are competitions worldwide, and people wear those. People are there are stores selling these kinds of. I don't know what these are, like. Costume, like a mermaid costume or something like that.
Yes.
Maybe it helps swimming like a mermaid. Maybe it works. I don't know if this can be dangerous. Not sure if, right? Now,
I would like to do that.
Would you like to? There are mermen. They're called mermen, actually.
Maybe it's good to swim fast, maybe, I don't know.
Yes, it could be because of the, not aerodynamics, because it's not in the air.
Yeah.
Hydrodynamics, right? That's the name.
Yes. Yes.
And so, Pedro, there is a question here. Which of these activities is an example of anaerobic exercise? Did you get it right? Did you get the answer right or no?
Yeah, yes, it's the weightlifting.
Weightlifting?
No, sorry. It's I forgot. I think they asking which of these activities is anaerobic.
Anaerobic. So it's not. Oh my God, I forgot all the terms. You don't need to. You don't breathe fast, right? You don't get out of there. My God, I forgot this. What is the answer? Let's take. Take a look.
For me, I could say weightlifting. I don't use so. I don't have
exactly.
To breathe a lot.
Yeah. It's the opposite of aerobic. That's
it. Right.
Oh my God, where is it? I scrolled down too much. The text is short. So where is it? They explain that word or no?
Yes, explain. The question, their answer is weightlifting.
Weightlifting, yes.
Yes.
Such as weightlifting, sprinting, and jumping.
Yes.
Do you know what sprinting is?
Sprinting, like Like run fast or
Yes, yes, it's
or
running.
swim fast too, maybe, I don't know.
Swimming fast too.
Sprinting.
Yeah, it's something that, in aerobic exercise, you do it for a very long period of time, right? So
Yes, right.
in weightlifting, it's not a very long time. You just
yes.
do something like that. Sprinting is a very, very short time. Jumping is a very short time. So this is why it's not aerobic. Yes, that's the answer. Let's take a look at the words. So aerobic. Aerobic, it's
it's not anaerobic.
Yeah.
So I could read here.
Yeah, you can read.
Aerobic exercise is done over a longer period of time and strength the heart and lungs.
Yeah, I forgot. I learned this in school and I couldn't remember the difference. So yeah, of course, aerobic is when you use air a lot and it's for a long period of time.
Yes.
Like when you're running for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, and it strengthens. Do you understand?
Yes.
Strengthens the heart and lungs.
Strength is maybe increase power.
Increase power. Good job. What about aquatic or aquatic?
Connected to water, like aquatic sports.
Yes. And the next one?
Synchronized.
Yes.
Moving together at the same time or speed as someone or something else.
Doing something at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe the same movements.
Yes.
And what about mono?
It's like single or own.
Yeah, this is not usually used by itself. It's usually used as a prefix. So you put that before a word. Like?
I could say monologue.
Monologue?
Monologue.
A monologue. What is a monologue?
Talks alone, maybe.
Yeah, it's just one person speaking all the time.
Yes.
That's a monologue. A dialogue.
Yeah.
It's for
More
two people.
Yes.
Usually two or more.
Yes.
The next word is?
Cardiovascular. Connected with the heart and the blood vessels.
Yes. Blood vessels. Okay, this vocabulary is okay?
It's okay.
Okay. What about social?
Social, doing things with other people and usually having fun.
Yes. So social is connected with
Media,
others. Social media. There you go. Yes. What else? Anything else to... So mermaiding, it can be a verb. This is very common in English. We have nouns that can be used as verbs, sometimes in a new way. Mermaiding, I think it's new.
Yes.
Right? It's a new craze, a new fashion.
Yes.
It's popular in the UK, in Europe. It's weird because I don't think it's popular here. And we have such a long coat. Have you heard about it here?
No, I think not usually here.
Yeah. Girls dressed as mermaids.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Nice. Anything else you want to add?
No, that's it.
Nice. All right, so now I would like to go back to passive voice, Pedro.
Okay.
In Lingolia. So passive voice is the topic you studied last time. We talked about it, but we talked about it very quickly. What do you remember at this point?
I remember you take me a tip to the construction. So when you the first verb is there on the simple present or past. Yeah. You said,
let's begin with, because of the passive here is a voice, right? So we have the passive voice, and when the other voice is the
active voice.
Active voice, yes.
Active voice.
So we're going to begin with the active voice. Make a sentence in the active voice.
For example, here on the site, a car hit the man.
Yeah. A car
hit the man.
Hit the man. So here we have the agent was the car. It's rare to have an inanimate agent like a car, but that's the thing here. The man suffered the action, and the car made the action happen.
Yes.
So this sentence is in the active voice. Okay?
Yes, right.
It's in the active voice. And it's in what verb tense?
Sorry?
What verb tense is this? A car hit the man. Do you know?
What verb? It's simple.
Simple what?
Yes.
Simple what? Present, past,
Present.
future?
Yeah, simple present.
Are you sure?
No, sorry. It's the past. A car hit the man.
There you go. Why isn't it simple present?
It's because the action happened. Maybe.
Simple past. Because of the verb hit.
Yes.
If this were simple present,
this verb, for example, it's that don't change in
doesn't change.
hit.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. It doesn't change.
Yes.
It's not the simple present because if it were, it would be a car hits with S. Remember?
No, right.
It's the affirmative. A car is it. It hits the man, and it would be something repeated, which is weird. It's strange.
Right.
So here it's a simple past.
Right.
Let me change this. Put this here. So active. This is the active voice, and it's in the simple past. Now we're going to keep the tense, simple past, but we're going to change the voice.
Okay.
And now it's going to be passive voice. But in the simple past. So what do we need to do here?
Change the...
So, the man.
Plus,
The
man was hit by a car.
The man was hit by a car. Right?
Not exactly. I have to plus the by a car. If I tell just the man was hit,
it's okay, yeah. But this information, in this case, this information is clear. The thing is, sometimes the information is not clear.
Okay.
For example, when you say they make, they make what? They write books.
Okay.
We don't know who they are, so we can say books are written.
Yes.
Right? Okay, so remember that in the active voice you start the sentence with the agent, something that makes the action, does the action.
Yes.
In the passive voice, you start the sentence with what's the object, something that suffers the action.
Okay.
Here's the man. What happened with the verb? I'm going to color this in purple. Purple is a combination of blue and red. This is purple because in the passive voice we're going to separate into two verbs. Hit is going to be separated into verb to be and I'm going to use red here. Purple is a combination of red and blue. So I'm going to separate this like this, okay? So the verb hit in the active voice becomes was hit in the passive voice.
Right.
Here we have the verb to be in the simple past, right?
And hit is in the past participle.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Past participle. The past participle will always be, we never change. It's always the same. So now we're going to change this, the verb tense, okay? We're going to keep the passive voice, but we're going to change the tense. And I'm going to put here present simple. Simple present. So what do we need to do with the verb to be here?
Change the verb to be to the simple present.
Which is?
Is.
The man is hit by a car. Let's put this in another verb tense. Future. Simple future. Caps lock. Future. So what do we do with the verb to be here?
Change the verb to be to will.
Will
be.
Will be hit. The man will be hit by a car, which is a prediction.
Yes.
Right?
Strange. The man will be hit by a car.
Will be hit. Yeah. Usually we make predictions. If you see that the man is crossing the road and he's very slow, and there are many cars coming, if you see that, you're going to use going to. Like the man is going to be hit by a car. If he doesn't, if the cars don't brake and if the person doesn't walk faster.
Right.
But going to is better here, but just to practice. So, see, the voice is the same, passive, but I'm changing the verb tense.
Yes, right.
I'm changing the verb tense by changing the verb to be. So I'm just working with the verb to be here.
Right.
Now, let's try the present perfect. Present perfect. So what about here now? How do we do the verb to be?
The change will be to have been.
Has
Been.
Has been hit. The man has been hit by a car. It means
Right.
this action happened in the past and it's important now.
Right.
This verb to hit, it's what's the word for this? The verb to hit doesn't have a duration.
Right.
It doesn't have a duration like work, study, cook, watch. So we cannot use the continuous form here. We are
Yes.
just using the simple forms, right?
Yes.
Let's choose another sentence now in the active voice with a verb that has a duration. Choose one of these verbs, Pedro. Watch, read, walk, run, drive.
I watch a movie, maybe.
Yes, I am watching a movie. So I am watching a movie. With the movie is being watched by me.
Yeah, change.
But another verb. Okay, I don't know. It can be watch. So let's use this one. But let's change the subject. We are watching a movie.
Yes.
Just to make this a little. We are watching a movie. So this is active voice because it begins with the agent. We are doing the action. We are watching a movie now.
Right.
What verb tense is this?
Continuous. It's the continuous.
Present continuous or present progressive.
Right.
Now we're going to. So this is the. I'm going to color this to make it even more understandable. All these colors. I can't find the red again. Where is the red that I used? Oh, here. And this is the active voice. I'm going to put the active voice in yellow. Active voice here, yellow. And this is the present continuous, which is a verb tense, so it's in red. And the passive voice, I'm not going to color the passive voice. This is the active voice. The active voice, we are watching a movie in the present continuous. Let's take this out. And now we're going to transform this into passive voice. Present continuous. So the tense is the same, but the voice is different. You're watching a movie. So how do we change this?
A movie.
Yeah.
Was a movie.
Yeah. Present. Present.
Strange. A movie watching by us.
Think of the verb to be. The verb to be. Now put the verb to be in the present continuous.
Being.
Yes. Being with ing, right? It's a continuous form.
Nice.
Is being, and now the main verb in blue in past participle.
Watch it.
Yes, perfect. Watch it. A movie is being here. Let's not say by us. That's weird. A movie is being watched,
Yes.
which is still weird, but that's okay.
Yes.
So is being is the verb tense in red, and watched is the past participle. This verb is regular, so it ends in ed, right?
Right.
And now let's change the tense again. Now it's still passive voice. I think I'm going to color everything. It's still passive voice, but now it's present simple. So let me delete this and delete this. Okay, present simple.
A
So,
movie, a movie was being watched.
present simple. So you get the verb to be.
Present simple. Okay. A movie is no.
Yes, yes.
We.
No, look.
A movie is watched. Okay.
It's weird. It's strange.
Yes.
Okay, but let me put another example here. A book is written.
Right.
By someone, by him.
Yes.
So it's let's change to a book, okay? So here you have, I'm going to change the example. A book is written. So you have the verb to be in the simple present, is.
Right.
And written is the participle of write. Past participle of write. Now we're going to use the second, I think it will work better. Present continuous. We have time, yes. Continuous. Present continuous.
A book is being written by him.
So we're not going to use this anymore. Let me change this. A book
is being written by him.
Is being written. Is being written by him. Perfect.
Right.
I don't know if I'm making some. So, a book is being written. A gente até tinha colocado aqui em cima já, né? Vou apagar isso.
Right.
So this verb has a duration. It accepts. Let's see the present perfect. Present perfect. Present perfect now.
A book has been written by him.
Yeah. So, but here is has. Doutora, eu troco. Been, the participle. So it's not being, but been.
Okay.
Written by him.
Written by him. Right.
The continuous form doesn't work here. The present perfect continuous doesn't work well. Past perfect. Past perfect.
Had.
Had.
A book had.
There you go. Had been written by him.
Yes.
What else? What else? What other verb tense you remember? Do you remember? Future, right? We haven't used the future.
Okay.
Future. Future simple first.
Okay. A book will be written by him.
Yes, will be. Future perfect. Perfect. A book?
A book will be written by him, right?
Well,
forgot this one.
Yeah, future perfect means you have to use will. It means you have to use have. It means you need a past participle here.
Okay. A book will have written by him.
Been will have been written by him. A book will have been written by him.
Right.
Do you understand a little more?
Oh, I don't know.
No? It's confusing.
Yes.
Okay, Pedro, now let's take a look now. I did this yesterday with Raíza. Let's try again here. Open the New York Times.
Okay.
Take a look at the options on top, the sections of the paper. So you have business, technology, science, health, sports, arts, blah, blah, blah. Choose one section.
Just a second, it's open here.
Okay. Because I told the other student, Raíza, yesterday, that actually I was telling her about the present perfect. Present perfect.
I like sports.
Sports. Click on sports. Passive voice is also common in the news. So let's see if we can find some instances. What article? Choose one.
Yeah, this one, the first one.
It's just basketball. The first, which one? What's the title? The headline.
How good is that woman's player?
Okay, click on that one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
So now, press Ctrl F on your keyboard to start a search. and type in have. Sorry, have. Yeah.
Okay. I think I find one.
Did you?
Men's sports have been committed.
Yes, men's sports have been committed consumers. Oh my God, that's a crazy sentence. Have been committed consumers of analytics for years.
Committed is it's like compromissado,
comprometido, é.
Comprometido, right.
Have been committed. Eu tô achando que essa frase tá esquisita. Vamos ver de baixo ali, ó. At the same time, fans increasingly have warmed. Pois é, is this active voice or passive voice?
Active voice.
Active voice.
Active voice.
What tense?
This one that you said. At the same time, fans increasingly have warmed. Or no?
No, this is active.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, type in the search been.
Been.
Yeah. Been like.
Just that one.
B-E-E-N. So, have been committed. No, have been committed consumers. I think this is so strange. But.
What he said here?
I don't know. Because men's sports, is this the agent or the patient? Have been committed. Have been committed is passive.
Right.
Present perfect, passive. And then committed consumers. It's like it's the object of the action. Consumers of analytics for years. I think there is a problem with this sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah. As far as I can see, there is a problem. If you you who are watching the video now understands the sentence, just write a comment below, please. Okay, actually this is good for perfect tenses. Write in the search field, Pedro, write passive voice. Let's try to find other examples.
Where? Sorry?
In the... Actually, I'm going to send you the link.
Go back.
Yeah, I'm going to put the link on the document. It's easier, as usual, on top, okay? The very top. Here we go.
Okay.
Yes. So open this one. This is an explanation by the dictionary, site dictionary.com, which is a dictionary. They have a thesaurus too. And they have grammar explanations too, right? So here you have two voices, active voice, passive voice.
Right.
And let's see if there are examples. Yeah, read these examples below, Pedro. This is easier. So examples from the web for passive voice. There are two.
So,
contemporary examples.
His point was not that we should never use the passive voice, but never to do so without thinking. This one?
But they're not using the passive voice here. They're just mentioning the passive voice, not the usage. Let's see if we can transform.
And this one, the second one is not the first voice?
No, it's not. But in the explanation, they give an example about a ball. Can you see in the paragraph on top?
Okay. The ball was thrown by the
pitcher. Yeah. So the ball was thrown by the pitcher. Do you know what the pitcher is?
I don't know the pitcher.
The pitcher is a person who throws the ball in baseball. Okay, so it's a position in baseball. So the pitcher throws the ball, and I don't know, there is a batter, I don't know the rules. But anyway, the ball is the object here, is the thing that suffers the action, but it's in the beginning of the sentence. So this is the passive voice. What verb tense is this?
When the ball was thrown by the pitcher.
Yeah. What verb tense is this?
Past simple.
Past simple.
Yes.
Past simple.
What is the past simple?
Yeah. So you have the verb to be in the past simple, was, and the past participle thrown. Thrown is the past participle of which verb?
I don't know.
Let me put here on the document. Here. So to throw. Throw. Threw. Thrown. Okay?
Right.
Which is jogar. Very nice. Very nice. So this is the passive voice. This is the second time we talk about it. We'll talk about it many other times in the future.
Right.
But I like this explanation here. And if you have some time, take a look and try to modify the sentences like we did here, and to see the limits, because sometimes depending on the verb there will be limits. You cannot change the verb tense all the time, like to any verb tense you want, because of the nature of the verb. Okay, very nice. Pedro, is there anything else?
No, that's all.
That's all. Very good. So that was awesome. We'll be talking about these episodes again. Write the texts. Actually, I would like you to read some of your texts from last class. Can you read them again, the corrected version?
Okay.
Yeah, so the first one, how to answer the phone naturally and professionally in English. Just to finish the class here, these 3 texts.
Okay, how to answer the phone is the main question of the episode. If you are not sure if you are talking with the right person, you can use, hi, I'm looking for Marsha Brown. Hi, is Marsha Brown available? For example, when we are receiving a call, we can use, this is she, or yes, speaking, for example. As they say, don't shy away from the phone. So we don't need to be afraid of talking on the phone in English.
Yeah. What does it mean to shy away? Do you remember?
Don't be afraid. Don't be shy.
Yeah, don't be shy. Don't be afraid. Don't avoid the phone. Because people they feel afraid. Would you feel afraid? Would you feel nervous?
No, I never talked in English on the phone. No, yes, I talked one time on a test. But no, not afraid.
It was okay.
Yeah.
And the other episode, it was a TED Talk that you listened to. Read your text here.
Okay, the main idea of this TED Talk is that we should connect with different people. Like she says, irritate people. For example, go into a coffee room, interact with high and low social people, and take a look at our list of Facebook friends. Are good ideas to meet different people, or the ones we haven't seen for a long time. We must do this to force ourselves. When you do a favor for someone, it would be better to say, I know you do the same for me, instead of saying you're welcome. Maybe with it, we can create something new relationships or new ideas. Wonderful text, yes. So here she is telling us to take risks and interact more with people we don't know. It's going to... And the last one, the last text? They say that they heard lots of students saying, I try it. Triad. Okay. When we want to say I try it. Sometimes we pronounce 2 syllables when we should pronounce just 1 syllable. What we can do to fix it is check our throat with our fingers. Yes. This is to check if the verb or noun is voiced or unvoiced. If the voice vibrates, it means that's voiced. If not, it means it's unvoiced. If it's voiced, we have to add the sound at the end. But instead of adding another syllable, we just pronounce the sound at the end of the word. Very well explained here, very well expressed. Pedro did a good job, because this is not easy to explain, this vibration thing in the throat, where we pronounce the sound. Right. And mastering this is a very good thing in terms of pronunciation. Very good. So that's it for today. We're going to stop here. Thank you so much, Pedro, for participating, taking part in this live stream class today. Okay. Maybe we'll do this other times in the future. I hope so. Thank you, you who have been watching this class too. If you have comments, se vocês quiserem comentar, tiverem sugestões, ideias de assuntos, de vídeos, coloquem nos comentários aqui embaixo. Sigam a gente no Instagram, né, Pedro? A gente tem conta lá. Escrevam frases lá, né? E o que mais? O Facebook também, sigam a gente lá. A gente vai começar a fazer lives por lá também. Inscrevam no canal aqui no YouTube. E a gente ainda tem um podcast, né? Toda semana a gente faz um podcast. E qualquer coisa, entre em contato com a gente. A gente dá aula de inglês por Skype, aulas individuais. E é isso aí. I hope everybody has a very good, awesome weekend. Right, Pedro? Right. Have fun. You're going to go along with your friends to see. I'm trying to make a sentence here using along. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time. You too. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.